Alrighty, guys. So this is my water. This is going to turn with my for the pasta. Sorry, today is a pasta. So I'm going to be showing you. Meanwhile, the water boils. Always add salt to your water. Sorry. Always add salt to your water. So I'm gonna show you guys that for a sec. Make it as salty as you guys can. As C. More. So this is kosher salt. Kosher salt is minerals, practically salt minerals from underground. And sea salt is always better, but it's always better to get kosher salt because it's more of a flavor to the food. If you're adding chicken stock, if you're adding and start cutting. Always have your mise en place. Sorry, I was not prepared. I want you guys to have your guys' mise en place for your trash. These scraps, always save them. Like this can be used for my you can use these for veggie stock to mix with chicken stock or shrimp stock when you're making shrimp stock, when you're gonna make like a paella or something like something sea. It's always best to save these for a veggie stock and you can remake a stock. So start off with your dice, your medium dice. And be careful with these. You always want to clean your knife before you start cutting. Alrighty, go to the next. And then turn, cut, and cut. That's fine. That always happens. Add it to your scraps. That's when you go and cut your next ones. Alrighty. So as well, this is not going to my veggie stock. This is too potent of aromatics and too powerful of acidity. What I like to do is show you the tactics that other people don't do. Pasta is boiling on the other side. Sorry, I'm barely getting used to this camera. It's boiling. It's starting. I like smashing it. That makes a mess, but the thing is, it's quick. And sometimes you might get things quicker. Do it a little softer than that, you know? I kind of went a little hard. Look, perfect example. This one's open. So what I want you to do with the garlic all the time is grab it like a paring knife. I want you to go to the back of the ends, peel this off, and go back to the ends and peel it off. There you go. Because now when you do it as other chefs do it, you have to be doing the way they want, and yet you still have to take off the stems. I want you to get perfection. The garlic is, grab it from, like, have you ever played Play-Doh or something where you grab it and you just mess around with it like this? So you have to 1 scoop of gelatin will become 1 cup. 1 scoop and a half. Alrighty. Well, this is going here. This is still gonna melt down. Put it next to the hot pan. This is gonna be cooked now. Now is when I want that to be cooked. Not for tomorrow, not for later, for today. This is what I want you to be doing. Perfection right here. And I want you to get your sauteurs and start with your oil. Let the pan get hot. The way to feel something to get hot is grab your 2 fingers and trust me with this. Touch it and it gets hot. Obviously you're not gonna get burned because it's not hot enough. If it was hot and you saw steam coming out, don't do that because you will burn yourself and you're being an idiot. Alrighty. The reason why I add chicken stock salt, the chicken stock, is because I'm not going to add no more salt to this pasta. I'm going to only add the aromatics, what it comes with. Just for the food and the flavor, because this already carries salt. This already carries salt. So I want you to turn this around and see how it's not turning into liquid? I want you to all turn it around. In circle. Do not let the vegetables get caramelized. I want you to do this at a slow pace. Don't put the heat. I'm showing you in a fast pace because I already know what I'm doing. So this is what I want you to do. See, now this is where you get your paprika and to add the coloration into the aromatics. It combines into a coagulation into the food. See how it's getting color because of the chicken stock? There's still water. What I want you to do is, because I'm going to show you how to not let your food get burned. When your food is almost getting caramelized, which is not, I just want to show you something perfect, is grab a third of a cup. A third of a cup. I'm going to let it get burned. I want to show you. I want to show you further. Burn it too much because I don't want my food to get burned. I want to show you. Add water. There's never going to be a burn in your food if you add water. You can add a little bit of salt, but I personally don't like getting it because there's aromatics that are going to be consumed. Chicken stock. Your pasta. This is fast. This is fast. And since the pan is super hot, I want you to move it to the side because the heat will still consume into the pan. Add back to the heat. See how it's getting hot real quick because the say this was a fire. This is electric. Say this was fire. I want you to understand that there's still heat within the perimeter, and there's still heat within the pan. So you'll see right now there's going to be steam without turning it on. Look at this. Grab your honey. This is a funny trick that I like to do to people that don't like my food, and I will show you why. Honey adds a compound that's super good for you with onions. Not only super good, here let me just get the heat off. It brings a texture into the food. Since it's an onion soup, I want you to do this for the first day of your cooking. Mix it around. This is any vegetable that has acidity and flavor into the food. So what I want you to do is go back into your cutting board out and grab the food. Clean off your board all the time. Sorry about that. Make this into a taco and chiffonade the food. Really thin. Super thin. Oh, shoot. That's okay, that will happen because you're letting go. You do not have to let go. This will give texture into the food. So now it's not an onion soup. I want to show you that any pasta. So grab it, turn the camera that way, and add your aromatics into the food. Add low heat, super low heat into the food. And that's my secret as a chef. Now, third of a cup. Alrighty, so add it into your food. Since the cup still, since it carries it, you want a third of a cup. Add a little drop, like that. Perfection. And turn on your heat to high. And see, anything. That's why I wanted you to add your aromatics early, because this follows what you do. See how this is literally beautiful and perfection into the food of what you're going to eat. You don't want to taste something that's going to be too big or too small into the food. To be like this. Dry, no water. Add a bit of oil. You see that? Let's see. Add a bit of oil. Stir, 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 stir. Why? Because the oil lets the food have what it wants. The moist into the food. See, this is a dry one that fell earlier, and this is a regular one that has. Sorry, it's the oil. I don't know if you could see that. This is the one with oil, this is the one with nothing. Whatever. But that's what I want you to do. Now, what I want you to do is let it cook with the heat that I told you before. It's still hot, the pan will get hot, and let it get the moist because water is consumed into the coagulation. So this will burn. Be careful. That's why I took it off the heat. Here, why not? Let's add some saffron into this food. Make it extra special. Española. Perfección, J Pizzle.